I'll just hit a button for what we've seen in the Battle of Alberta so far.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It has been entertaining, to say the least. Speaking of entertaining, we bring in our friend, ESPN analyst, NHL Network analyst, and Scarborough Ute, Kevin Weeks, joins me now. What's going on, Kev?
I'm good, man. What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well back home. How are you?
I know you love coming back on in your home and native land. I am very well. Thank you for asking, and we appreciate you coming back on in our home and native land. So I think it's safe to say the whole hockey world, not just Canada, abuzz with what Connor McDavid is doing right now. I've kind of run out of words to describe it. So earlier today, I said, and if you need a little bit more context, I can provide it. I think he might be the best athlete on planet Earth right now. And I say that because, listen, Tiger's not what he used to be. Serena hasn't been at the top in a while. You could argue who the best basketball player on planet Earth is right now. LeBron kind of fading off. Ronaldo, Messi. Like, there are a kind of an open lane here for McDavid to kind of walk through. Are you at that kind of level when it comes to Connor McDavid right now?
Yeah, I am, because like you, I'm an all sports man, and I certainly respect all those great athletes that you mentioned. The great Sir Lewis Hamilton. Yep. You forgot Karim Benzema. I know there's too many to get in, of course. Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. There's so many across the sports landscape. But what Connor McDavid's doing is absolutely mind-blowing. It's really cool, actually, watching him perform. And us covering that series on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, I keep telling everybody on set with us, whether it's Ryan Callahan, Steve Levy, whoever we have on set, we're saying the same thing. We're echoing this. This is absolute historic. And I'm going to tell you, I remember being at Madison Square Garden just before the pandemic hit when the Oilers were here. And I was talking to the great Wayne Gretzky in the dressing room at the visitors' room. And he said, Weeksy, I've never seen anybody like this before. And that's the greatest player that's ever played our sport. And he said that. So, I take it from him. I played against Wayne Gretzky. He had a 4-point night on me when they won 4-3 against us when I came to the league, when I was at the Panthers. And for him to say that about Connor McDavid, that puts everything in context for me.
Okay, so what makes him so special? Like, I mean, Gretzky, it was the brain. He did things, he was meticulous in what he did, but he wasn't going to overwhelm you with skill. Lemieux had skill and he had size, so he could body you a little bit, then do those. What makes McDavid special?
I played against both those greats that you just mentioned, both in Wayne and Mario. I didn't play against Connor because of our age difference, but what I can tell you is watching him play is like seeing a fighter jet at full speed on the ice. That's what it's like. I remember doing World Cup of Hockey back home in Toronto for ESPN in 2016. And if you remember that Team North America, right? And I remember seeing him. That was the first time I saw him at ice level. And that game looked like it was on warp speed watching Team North America, specifically that game against Sweden. If you remember that iconic game where they won 4-3, McKinnon, I think, ended up scoring the overtime goal. But watching Connor at that level, I've never seen a player as fast as him. That includes Mike Gardner, the great Pavel Bure, all those great players that I mentioned to you before that were supersonic, hypersonic with their speed. I've never seen anything like that with Connor. So it's the hands, it's his brain, his ability to compute what he's seeing in the process and make plays. It's the skill set that he's able to display with that speed and tempo. We've never seen anything like it. And that's why I say nightly, for all the great athletes that are out there right now in all the great sports across the world, there's nobody that's dominant like him. And I would also say this too, in a unique way, Austin Matthews of Toronto Maple Leafs is in that very same stratosphere. He's unique. He's the best Leaf I've ever seen in my time. So our league is blessed to have great players of this ilk that are just entertaining fans all across the world, back home in Canada, here in the U.S., and around the world right now.
Yeah, I love what you said, the process, like in the world of mini discs and microchips and where we're going, exactly. His processing speed is like ridiculous. So because of all those goals in Game 1 and what McDavid's doing, a lot of things are being lost in this series. Give me the one guy or the one thing that's been overlooked a little too much in the Battle of Alberta. We've seen Zach Hyman do some great things. We've seen Evander Kane's got 10 goals in 10 games as a member of the Oilers, and it's kind of being lost now. Markstrom struggles. I'll give you full gamut, wherever you want to go. What's being lost because of what Connor McDavid is doing right now?
I say what Evander Kane is doing, man. What Evander Kane is doing. I remember breaking the news when he was signing with the Edmonton Oilers. Any team could have had him. Every team could have had him. He was available. I was speaking to people that were involved in the process, and I know for a fact that their general manager, Hall of Famer Kenny Holland, who's a native Albertan, Kenny Holland was saying all along they were in on him. And I have to tell this to the listener viewers. Connor McDavid himself was a part of the recruiting process, as was Alexander Ovechkin with Washington. But in the end, Connor McDavid was adamant with ownership, with management. This is a guy we need in our group. Well, you see how great Evander Kane's playing, how well he's fitting on that line with Connor McDavid. He's got speed, he has size, he has skill, he has touch, and he can punch your lights out if you have to, which is so important, especially given how good the Flames have played all season long and the nature of that Battle of Alberta. Evander Kane is auditioning. He's having a great postseason. He was great in the regular season. The situation with the San Jose Sharks in terms of the grievance filed, that's another matter that will be resolved in some time. But any team could have had him. And I give Kenny Holland and the Oilers ownership group, and Connor McDavid was a part of that recruiting, I give them aces across the board for being aggressive, for going out and getting the best player that was available. And he's helped transform their group under my man, Jay Woodcroft.
It's funny, like, you can look back at some of, like, and listen, Ken Holland at the trade deadline was being raked over the coals. Now you can look back at some of the moves that there's Evander Kane, there is Cody Ceci, if you want to throw him into that, Tyson Barrie, and even the move to Woodcroft, going against what he has always done in his career. He's never fired someone mid-season, and he ended up going to Woodcroft. There's been a lot of things that kind of you look back with a little sober second thought, and Holland's coming out looking a little bit better. Yeah,
he is. And I remember some people, I have my weekly radio spot up in Edmonton with my man Bob Stauffer, right? One of the voices, I should say the voice of the Oilers, quite frankly, him and Jack Michaels. But in saying that, we were on a couple of weeks ago, we were down at our place in Miami, and I had a Panthers game for ESPN. And I remember saying, a playoff game against Washington with Florida. And I remember saying then, Duncan Keith is a nice piece. Yeah. He doesn't have to be the two-time, three-time, whatever, Stanley Cup champ, three-time Cup champ, Norris Trophy winner. He doesn't have to be that right now. However, what he does have is he's one of the few people on planet Earth that have the recipe book, the big recipe book of what it takes to win Stanley Cups. He's won 3. Yeah. So him being able to impart that wisdom on that group, I think it's been invaluable for them. Connor taking his game to a whole different level, invaluable for them. Evander Kane, we just talked about him. I love your point about Zach Hyman as well. And of course, Leon Draisaitl has been great even playing on one leg. But I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Having family that lives all across Alberta, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. The Battle of Alberta is hot. And the Flames, they haven't been on their A game yet, but this could very well go 7. This could very well go 7, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happened. The Oilers yesterday certainly had their DeVille coffee before the game. The Flames didn't have their DeVille coffee. I saw them walking in. They had some coffee. I don't know what it was. But the Flames weren't ready last night in Edmonton. Game 4 is going to be a lot better.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Jacob Markstrom is going to play this way for the rest of the series. I kind of buckling in right now for 7 here, and I would take all 7 of those in a hurry. I would also take Kevin Weeks on the show. Always appreciate when you drop by, homie.
Bro, great having me. Great joining you, rather. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime.
Hope all's well. Continue rocking back home, and thanks to all my family and friends that are tuning in back home, man. Thanks to the NHL.
Boys and girls, Kevin Weeks.